There are strong indications that President Bola Tinubu plans to implement a cabinet reshuffle very soon. Reports say the president intends to rejig his cabinet inaugurated in August because some of his appointees are struggling in their portfolios and seem unprepared for the job. President Tinubu had in November warned cabinet members and other top appointees against underperformance. The reports claim that the president may have decided to reshuffle his cabinet in the wake of the ongoing corruption scandal linked to two ministers, that of Humanitarian Affairs, Betta Edu, and that of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo. Meanwhile, President Tinubu has just suspended all administered programs by the National Social Investment Program Agency as investigations continue. All 4 programs administered by NCIPA, such as N-Power, Conditional Cash Transfer, Government Enterprise and Empowerment Program, and the Homegrown School Feeding Programs, have all been suspended for a period of 6 weeks in the first instance. So what's the president's game plan? Is President Tinubu set to fully consolidate his grip on power after being stamped by the Supreme Court last year? Well, to make sense of all of this, I have joining me in the studio a lawyer, writer, and columnist, Jesutega Onokpasa, who's also a member of the All Progressives Congress. Thank you so much, Jesutega, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I mean, so let's take a look at the president and what's happening in Nigeria today. I would want to start from the Supreme Court judgment. Today we've seen several of the governors who were on the hot seat thinking that their seats will go, and with the allegations against your party that it looks like you were eyeing some some states. It looks like this seems a consolidation for democracy, and would want you to talk about what this means for our democratic development when the courts meet and they give judgment and it looks like people are happy with the judgments.
Well, as we say in court, as the court pleases. The law has taken its course. The course of justice has the wheel of justice has wound, and then I have not even really read most of these judgments. You know, this is still early days, and people will not. There's a lot of jubilation in several places. There will, of course, be a lot of sadness in certain quarters.
Yeah, of course.
You know, which is to be expected. But what I would say is, in our party, we don't, at least we don't have that, what I would say, that bad character of lampooning and imponing the judiciary because judgments didn't go our way. So, for now, I would just say, until I actually study the judgment, I wouldn't be in a position to critically assess them. But I would say I'm confident that the judiciary has lived up to expectation. I trust the judiciary, even if there's a reason why we all say, and in court when judgment is delivered, it is the two parties, the lawyers for the two parties that say, as the court pleases. Yeah. There's a reason why we do that. Right. We defer to the judiciary.
All right.
Yeah, but what I would say is good for democracy. You know, there was this narrative of a one-party state, plans to take over everywhere. I mean, that's not my party. That is most certainly not President Tinubu. All
right, and it's good to know that actually all parties benefited. The PDP benefited from the judgment, APC benefited, Labour Party benefited, NMPP benefited. So it looks like the judiciary was being democratic in whatever it wanted to do today. Okay, now let's go on into the meat of the issue. President Tinubu seems to have entered 2024 with a very straight mind, and a lot of Nigerians have been taken aback in this past few days with some of the decisions being taken by the president. His ministers, I mean, suspending one of the ministers and all of that, and we hear that there's a cabinet reshuffle that's on the way. Talk to us. Has President Tinubu been doing a personal assessment of the ministers apart from the government apparatus that's meant to assess these ministers?
President Tinubu is always doing personal assessment of everything. That's just the kind of person he is. His eyes are always on the ball. He's always up to date. Our president is not the kind of person who leaves anything to chance. He does not retreat from his responsibilities, you know. He's always up and doing, you know. So I would say his eye has always been on the ball. He knows his plan. He knows the targets he has set. You know, he insists they must be met. You understand me? As for cabinet reshuffle, I really don't have anything to say about that. That is the prerogative of our president. If he wants to reshuffle the cabinet, that is his right, that is his entitlement, and he has a good reason for doing that. If he wants to stick with the cabinet for some time, give people to prove themselves, that would equally be his right.
Yeah, but this cabinet was seen as a star-studded cabinet. And so if we're already getting just 6 to 7 months into his government and it looks like the president is not satisfied with the performance of some of them, does it really mean that he actually meant those words that he said during the retreat? That, look, if you don't sit up, I will the axe. And now we've seen people like Daniel Bola, who was in the opposition, coming to commend President Tinubu and said that, look, this is the kind of president we want. Once ministers don't perform, you actually put them on the hot seat, either suspend them or you sack them. And when he visited, a lot of Nigerians visited President Tinubu, a lot of Nigerians were taken aback.
Oh, when we visited
I mean, Daniel Bola, having made those comments.
No, Daniel Bola is not even, just even forget about that. Daniel Bola is not in contention.
Yeah, but when he had made those statements and saying that, look, there seems to be a clear difference between a President Tinubu and a President Buhari.
No, Somna. That's not why Bola went to visit Bola Tinubu. Bola is scared of the prospect of staying another 3 or 4 years without patronage. That's why. I say it publicly. That is the simple truth.
You think so?
I know,
is that based on fact or just based on...
On fact.
Because as a president...
His narrative was that President Tinubu invited him. President Tinubu did not invite Daniel Bola anywhere. Since we won elections, since President Tinubu won election, Daniel Bola has been hustling to see President Tinubu. I tell you this with all sense. You know the kind of person I am, Sumner. Then he will hustle to see our president today. He will not. Nobody will take him seriously because nobody in our party takes him seriously.
Yeah, but the president received him eminently in his office, the office of the president.
That is who our president is, Sumner. He is a man with a large heart. He is a father to all. If Tinubu will welcome, will embrace, it's Christ-like disposition. He will embrace even his enemy if you come to him. But it is not, our president did not invite him anywhere. He has, I have it. Bola can't even counter me on that. He has been hustling to see the president. He will hustle to see Tinubu today. He will insult our president tomorrow. That's what he has been doing.
Well, so maybe he's on his way to the APC. Could it be also because of the legal fees that maybe the party, which is his former party, was owing him and all of that?
I don't care. I think. Look, he claimed to have left President Tinubu because of Muslim ticket. Till today, both Tinubu and Shetima are still Muslims. They have not converted to Christianity. It is Bola that is now reconverting to APC. So let me just end this Bola.
Okay, yeah, I mean, very good. And then get back to the discussion.
Hunger can make you to convert to any religion. That is how I put it. So if it's a question of
the president, the difference between the President Tinubu entering 2024 with actions and even the opposition, members of the opposition saying it's different from President Buhari.
I don't really think that's a fair categorization. The truth is that Bola Tinubu hit the ground running. That's just the kind of person he is.
No, you wouldn't say that he didn't make some mistakes. I mean, there are some of those mistakes that we've seen, and some of those policies.
Those were just teething problems.
Okay.
You understand me? They are to be expected in any government. I remember when Barack Obama initially became president. It took him time, for instance, to fill some almost 4,000 appointment slots.
Federal appointments.
Yes, there was even a case of a girl that came on CNN at that time, saying what she had done for the campaign, and that she would like to, and that she was unemployed and she would like to get a job, and Obama gave her a job. You know, so there are these teething problems. If it's a question of what is governance? It is action and reaction. You understand? Okay, you place something on the table, and then you check how you check its trajectory, and you know what to correct, how to course correct, and so on and so forth. That's what our president is doing. You understand me? what was to be expected in a situation where a president has made funds available for the poor. And I can tell you anytime, any day, that President Tinubu's heart is so close to that of the downtrodden. That's how he was brought up. That's how his mother brought him up. He is a man who has always been concerned about the poorest of the poor.
Yeah, and he has now ordered a full investigation, suspension.
Yes, and then you have, a president gives you, let's say, 50 billion. And then he begins to hear all sorts of, I mean, truly abominable crap. You know, there's 3.5 billion here, there's a 500 million here, there is so and so amount here. It must be really, really galling to him. You understand me? All the executive powers of the federal government are vested in just one person, the president. He's the only person with a mandate. There are only
himself and his vice.
That joint ticket, they are the only people that anybody voted for. And every other person there is an appointee. So when you are given a role, please play the role judiciously.
Now just take that. How much of a damage has this scandal in the humanitarian ministry made to Tinubu's government? Because we see him, it looks like he's actually trying to make sure he sets everything up. Because it looks like it has touched him.
The people that went overboard, got carried away. The thing is under investigation. I'm a lawyer, so I'm not in the business of casting aspersion, rumor mongering, or being judge, jury, and executioner over a case that is still even being investigated. There are not even any.
Yeah, but the documents in the public
domain, they are galling. They are really, really heart-wrenching. Seriously, and I can just imagine how bad Tinubu would have felt. I gave you money to take care of Nigerians, and that is his passion. And then these monies are just disappearing.
Well, that you are the opposition are saying that it looks like APC has made the humanitarian ministry a honeypot, beginning from Buhari's tenure up until now. And that's why the CPC wing of APC appointed Sadia Umar Farouk, who was his former treasurer, to go in there and do some things. And we are seeing Better Edu, who was former APC national women leader, being sent there. Political party people being sent into the humanitarian ministry.
Not at all. President Tinubu gave her the job because he made a judgment call that she would fit into that ministry. Now I'm not going to pass judgment on her, but the optics are really, really disgusting. That is just the bitter truth. You know, it seems some people are taking our president for granted, and I think that is because they've only so far they've seen the dove side of Bola Tinubu, the carrot side of Bola Tinubu. Now they are about to see the lion side.
You think
the
so?
Stick side.
Because when I talk to some APC people, they tell me that President Tinubu, the reason why a lot of your party members wanted him to get the APC ticket and win is because it's a chop person.
Ooh, my president? No, not at all.
Unlike Buhari, that is being being seen as someone who didn't want others to actually. You know,
and then we are talking of 39 billion here, and what did you see? Were you able to account for anything from that era? But do you know the number one anti-corruption fighter in the entire history of Nigeria is President Tinubu?
Tell me.
It is not to make Tinubu even starts it from an infrastructural, an architectural standpoint. He first of all starts blocking leakages. People, unbeknownst to a lot of Nigerians, they don't even know what our president has been doing.
Well, that's why you're here.
Yes, blocking, just blocking knowledge, leakages in the government. You know, strengthening institutions, strengthening accountability. That is what he did in Lagos. You know, this whole idea of, oh, let me wait for somebody to thief before I catch the person. That's not Bola Tinubu's preference. His first preference is, I will prevent you from being able to steal in the first place. Then if whatsoever you succeed in passing through a crack to steal, well, too bad for you, because I will pounce on you. President Tinubu, do you know where that ridiculous narrative came from? It came from Tinubu's generosity. You understand? Tinubu can spend his last kobo on his fellow man. He hates people
And some of the people who come to him come there because there's an assumption that as a former governor of Lagos State, he actually got some monies from Lagos.
Not at all. Tinubu made money. So, Tinubu started making money while working, while growing up with his mother. His mother was a market woman, a trader. She grew in her business and became Iyaloja of Nigeria. Somebody who grew up with a trader would not know how to make money.
So some of the appointees are coming to him because he was seen to be as someone who plays game.
Not at all. I must push back most vehemently against that.
Okay, so are you saying that President Tinubu has a very strong anti-corruption agenda that is going to be different from that of Buhari?
Of course.
That may make the government to be much better.
Most certainly. That's the... Even president understands that that's the only way to succeed. But that is even
but he didn't make it an issue during the campaigns, and you were part of the campaign team. I didn't hear APC making anti-corruption, fighting anti-corruption as a major issue during the presidential campaigns. You didn't read
our platform, our manifesto.
But it wasn't one of the major issues, though it's contained in your manifesto.
It was. I refute that. It was.
Okay. So you mentioned something which I think I would have to put you on the hot seat here, that President Tinubu is fighting corruption better than past government. Do you know that former President Olusegun Obasanjo that established ICPC, that's the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, and the EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, and those have become institutions over the years, and President Tinubu is just about 7 months in government, and you're saying
what happened to our 16 billion for IPP that never produced 1 kilowatt of power? What is which corruption? What happened to presidential library, where you are a sitting president and you gather them Aliko Dangote, them our brother Femi Otedola to come and donate for your then suddenly you are when President Tinubu had not even tasted public office, he already had money. There was a stage, and this is something that our Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka even told us how it was President Tinubu that ended up taking care of all of them.
During the Nadeko days.
Yes. Why is it government money Tinubu was spending? I mean, that's not fair. No.
All right. As we're beginning to coast home, I just want you to talk to Nigerians about the expectations we are to expect from this government. We've seen President Tinubu taking some steps, including his central bank governor sacking the boards of 3 banks. We've seen suspension of minister. We've seen some steps. And people, even the critics of the president, are beginning to have a rethink that, look, let's take a second look at this guy once again. What should Nigerians expect going into 2024?
Well, let me start like this. Our president became a president against all odds. Now, I don't insist people should share my faith, but I'm a person of faith. And my interpretation of it is that is the will of God. So, even if you don't share that, well, this is the president you are stuck with. If you look at it like, for me, this is the president God has blessed my country with. Now, if you are not on that same page, at any rate, inevitably, that's the president you are stuck with for at least 4 years. For your own good, invest him with goodwill. For your own good, invest him with the best wishes, because that is where your bread is buttered as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our president is adamant, indeed fanatical, about making things work in this country. You know, putting our people to work. You know, our citizens to work, creating employment opportunities, educating our children. You understand me? Strengthening our healthcare delivery. Yeah,
but you're still sounding like you're in the campaign period. Where are those steps that we can see in terms of government documents?
We just launched the health insurance initiative of recent. The new programs are taking off in Ministry of Agric. Our brother Dele Alake is, I mean, it's just his bones.
Minerals.
Yes, spectacular there, you know, and that's a difficult job. You understand me? Because it's not, you know, like when some people are talking about star boys in administration. There's just one star boy in this administration. That star boy is President Tinubu himself.
Okay, you don't want the like it happened under Buhari where the VP was the star boy.
No,
just before I let you go,
it's President Tinubu.
I want to talk to you about some things that I've seen circulating on social media in northern Nigeria, that President Tinubu is Yorubanizing a lot of government agencies, especially government financial agencies. That once he sacks people, anything that's finance related, any agency of government that's finance related or has some sort of money, serious votes in the budget, it looks like he's a Yoruba person that will be sent there. What do you have to say about that?
I dispute that. One, I think we focus too much on what I would call the very things that one can confidently say brought Nigeria to where it is. It is clear to me, it's not even a question of I don't think Bola Tinubu is thinking like this when he does this. It's very clear to me that he doesn't have tribe or religion at all at the back of his mind when he's doing something. Bola Tinubu can, all those people could have been Igbo people. If they are just the ones that occur to him that this problem is here, which person can do it? That's how Bola Tinubu
are fixed on the deliverables.
Yeah, who is even in charge of managing the budget of Nigeria? It's Hausa Fulani man. Is it not is it not Bagudu that is our minister of
budget and economic?
Yes. Planning. But the budget office itself is the debt management office is still manned by Akuboise. Is that not from the southeast? No, so these narratives, they are just,
that's the budget office you're talking about.
Yes,
Ben Akaboise.
Yes, these narratives, they are excessively.
I mean, it's very strong in the north. Actually, before I let you go, it's a very strong narrative in the north. I guess you guys have a lot of job to do.
Well, I think if I can say anything confidently, I will say that President Tinubu doesn't take such petty considerations into, like, is it from my tribe? Is it? No, it's a question of, do I know this person? Can I trust him? Has he done something? You know, and that person can be from anywhere.
All right, absolutely. I can say that actually we saw some signs today.
Imagine when and let me even push back on that.
Yeah, please, very quickly, we need to.
Yeah, let's even look. You know, okay, somebody is talking about finance. Let's take security. We have two ministers of defense, a minister and a minister of state. They are both northerners, and they are from the northwest. So already the Ministry of Defense, the entire military architecture, is being manned by two people from the north. Where is our national security advisor from? Ribadu. He is from the north. He's from the northeast.
So President Tinubu will consider all those things.
Where is our chief? Where is our not at all? Our president works with talent. They are Nigerians. We support them to be there.
Okay. Well,
why did he give? Why did he make Ribadu NSA? It's because that is the right person for the job. You
all right, Jesutega Onokpasa. I must say that. Look, it looks like he's actually listening, because I mean, just before we came into the studio, I saw a list of appointments made into the arts and culture sector, and I mean, there was a deliberate attempt to actually balance up.
No, it was,
including one of your former colleagues. Biodun Ajiboye.
Yes, it's not a reaction to that. Okay. It is just what Al Tinubu does.
All right.
Those people are the proper fit for those positions, and that's why.
All right, we must thank you immensely. Jesutega Onokpasa. He's a lawyer and, of course, a columnist, and also a member of the All Progressives Congress, an associate of President Tinubu, if I may say it that way. We must thank you immensely for helping us to understand some of the things ongoing, as we heard reports of a planned cabinet reshuffle.